Hello, welcome back to Life in Progress. I'm currently in the Philippines and ang ganda ng light ha, in fairness. Nakaka-bongga yung glow. So welcome. Ayan, nasa same time zone tayo. Nasa same light tayo and nasa same init tayo. So nag-record ako ng podcast na to from Manila Pen. Hi Alexis! Maraming salamat sa paghatid sa akin sa room ko. Ang sweet ni Alexis. Tapos tinanong niya ako, ikaw po ba yung nasa TikTok? Sabi ko, yes, ako yun. Good to be back. I feel very good. Pero at the same time, miss ko na rin yung life ko sa Spain. Ang bilis. Siguro, tama nga yung sinabi ng therapist ko na meron talagang migration grief na tinatawag. Parang you don't belong anywhere. And every time aalis ako ng Philippines, nalulungkot ako kasi iwan ko na yung life ko here. And every time aalis ako ng Madrid, nalulungkot ako, naiiwan ko na yung life ko sa Madrid. So never-ending siya. Parang thing sa life ko. But happy ako na meron akong both. Kasi it's a privilege na meron akong dalawang buhay. And I can be anybody. Kahit ano gusto ko. And yun yung isang bagay na sobrang proud ako and sobrang happy ako na nasi-share ko sa lahat ng tao na I can be whatever I want. Whenever I want to be something, someone, walang problema. When we are not attached sa isang timeline, sa material things, sa isang bagay, sa titles, sa relationships, sa conversations, sa situations, lahat kapag hindi tayo attached, nawawala yung control. We'll learn how to flow. And yun yung isang bagay na nagpapadefine sa isang Angeli. Yung walang control. I don't want to control things. Lalo na tao, ayoko niyan. Napapagod ako, nadidrain ako. Parang akong hihimatayin kapag nagtatry akong mag-control ng mga tao. Grabe. Wala kasi akong magagawa eh. Nasa stage ako ng buhay ko. You want to talk shit about me? Go. You want to gossip about me? Go. You want to talk behind my back? Go. You want to do this behind my back? Go. Kasi buhay nila yan eh. Hindi ko yan buhay. And apparently, wala ako magagawa sa actions ng ibang tao. Attachment with love. Kaya nahihirapan tayo, nasasaktan tayo, na-exhaust tayo because nagsastart tayo ilagay yung confidence natin sa attachment natin sa isang bagay. So isang bagay na masishare ko is, first professional muna. I used to define myself sa work ko. Sa business ko, I was just Angeli of Access Travel. I never gave a fuck about anything else. I was just Angeli of Access Travel. And aaminin ko now, it was very exhausting. It was very draining. I was confident, yes. But I felt like, ano ba ako outside nito? Parang ako na lang ba tong trabaho ko? So, the other day, nagpa-haircut ako kay Anton Papa. Hello. Nagsabi ako sa kanya na parang, this is the happiest I've been in my life. This is the most confident, grounded, calm, lahat ng positive things na masasabi ko. Eto na yun. Ano yung nagbago? Ano yung nag-shift? Nag-detach ako sa pagkatao ko sa business side. Sabi ko, ano na? Since 15 pa ako nag-work, 35 na ako, 20 years na ako nag-work, eto na ba yung buhay ko? Ano ba? One question that changed my life. Tinanong ko yung sarili ko, who is Angeli outside her business, outside Access Travel? Wala akong sagot. And I was like, no. I'm gonna have kids one day. I'm gonna get married one day. I want to enjoy those things. I want to be a mom. I want to be a wife. And so on. Sabi ko, Angeli, the work starts now. Not tomorrow, not next year, not next week, not next month. Now, we are going to create an Angeli outside Access Travel. So I moved to Spain. Things aligned. 5 years in the making. I'm 35 right now. Here in the Philippines. Beautiful, sunny Philippines. Ano yung nagbago? I am no longer Angeli of Access Travel. That is now my job. That is now my work. That is now my business. I am Angeli, a woman who enjoys weightlifting, who is into wellness, fitness, building muscles, and kung ano-ano pa, who loves Chanel, Bottega, Audemars, nagpapa-haircut ng kung ano-ano, nag-enjoy ng diamonds, mga ganyan. Yun na ako ngayon. And unfortunately and sadly, I had to detach myself as well from traveling. Before, I was just Angeli who loved to travel. Aside from that, wala na akong alam gawin. I grieved. Sobrang grabe yung grieving na ginawa ko to let go of that version of me. And here I am. I no longer need to constantly travel to feel worthy, to feel na may halaga ako sa mundo. I now enjoy a simple drive from our home to BGC, to Makati, to get a coffee, kasi wala kaming masarap na coffee sa Cavite. And I'm happy. It sounds so simple. And it's a privilege to say that. I'm happy. Sinabi ko to sa last podcast ko. I wish I could put it into right words. Gano ako kasi right now. And I want to share this with my community that I'm building, na after a long journey ng self-work, self-awareness, pain, lahat, merong silver lining. There is a version of you waiting for you that is worthy of your goals. And you have to work on that. And medyo emotional ako right now because this day was such a good day. I had a conversation with a doctor na nag-acupuncture sa akin bago ako mag-record nito. And nag-usap kami na what a privilege to understand na pinagtrabahuan ko na yung amount of money na kailangan ko. And hindi ko na need magtrabaho ng 18 hours, 19 hours. Just to say na kaya ko i-fund yung life ko. Nagawa ko na siya. And I don't need more. If bigyan ako ng more, okay lang. But hindi na siya nag-add ng value anywhere. Like if magkaroon pa ako ng more, I would love to get it. But hindi na yung hahabulin ko siya, i-chase ko siya. More. No. I've learned the value of having enough. And I'm just in love with this concept of having enough. Because apparently God or the universe gives you more when you are just so satisfied. You are just so happy. Hindi ko siya ma-explain kasi sa video. Hindi ko nga siya ma-explain sa sarili kong pamilya. Hindi ko alam paano ko explain sa isang video. It's just so beautiful. So the amount of self-work you put into yourself, it's gonna pay off. Trust me. It may take 5 years, 10 years, but it's gonna pay off. Yung self-work ko, na-realize ko nag-pay off siya sa akin after 5 years. This version of me, I'm so in love with it na sinabi ko din sa last podcast ko na sobrang iniingatan ko siya, sobrang pinoprotektahan ko siya. Like, you piss me off, I'm out. May gawin ka sa akin, I'm out. Ayaw ko nito, I'm out. I am no longer like tolerating anything, especially sa business. If I can choose to work with the right clients, with the right people, I will do that. Because I want to enjoy this journey. If 70 years ako mabubuhay, 35 na buhay ko na, 35 na lang, and ayoko na mag-suffer, ayoko na mag-tolerate, ayoko na magpahaba ng pasensya, no, ayoko na makisama, no. I've already created this privilege na I've worked on myself and alam ko na ano gusto ko, ano kailangan ko, and ano yung mga ayaw ko. And I want all of us to reach that point. Gusto ko, dumating tayo sa time dito sa community ko, sa work natin, or sa business natin. Alam natin, okay na to. Enough na. Hindi ko na kailangan mag-exert ng sobra effort or just continuously chasing something new, bigger, ganito, better. Because the art of having enough is more than enough to feel happy. And of course, i-acknowledge ko doon yung privilege ko and the opportunities given to me. Hindi naman siya basta na lang dumating pinagtrabahuan ko siya. Yun yung one thing na nami-miss minsan ng mga tao sa social media when they see me. Akala kasi nila, binigay na lang to sa akin. Like, nilagay na lang sa lap ko. No, I had to work on it. Everything. That's why it feels different. That's why I always tell people, that's why my confidence is like this. Because ako nagtrabaho nito. Pinagtrabahuan ko ito maigi, pawis, lahat, ano ba yung kasabihan sa Tagalog? Dugot, pawis, pati dandruff, pati picos, pati pag-gain ng weight, and lahat na. That's why I value what I have so much. And I protect it. I protect it as in. And you people na dumaan sa journey na to, yung iba kasama ko pa rin, yung iba nagkahiwalay na kami, yung iba maayos, yung iba hindi maayos, kasi part ng life yun eh. Hindi naman lahat mga kasama mo sa destination eh. Yung iba hanggang stopover na lang sila. And ang daming stopovers ng buhay. So yung iba hanggang Dubai lang, yung iba hanggang Taipei lang, yung iba hanggang Tokyo lang. Hindi sila lahat umabot sa bahay ko sa Madrid, diba? Yung iba hanggang doon na lang sa mga destinations na yun. And that's the beauty of life. And if you are someone struggling professionally, kasi ang daming nangyayari, it's gonna pay off. May mga days kailangan natin magtiis, may mga days kailangan natin makisama, may mga days kailangan natin mag-kiss ng ass ng someone. Part yun ng process. One day, you will enjoy your self-work. One day, you will enjoy your work. One day, you will enjoy your self-awareness and everything. And one day, you will be able to say no, because no is a full sentence. Sana dumating yung ganun sa lahat ng tao, because ako mismo, kahit love ko yung business ko, dumaan din yung mga days na hindi ko na-enjoy yung work. Hindi ko na-enjoy pakikisama sa empleyado, pakikisama sa kliyente, pakikisama sa supplier, but I'm done. Now I get to choose. Kasi nga, 15 years na. 15 years of work. And today, may sinabihan ako na parang it took me 13 years bago ko nasabi na na-enjoy ko na yung life ko. I'm enjoying my life. Without guilt, pressure, shame, wala na. May gusto akong bilhin, may gusto akong paggastusan, let's go. May gusto akong ayusin, let's go. Wala na yung fear na pwedeng mawala yung pinaghirapan ko. So, as a 35-year-old woman, ano nga ba yung definition ko ng detachment? For me, it's all about not controlling anything and choosing self-respect and emotional balance. Isasama ko na rin yung mental stability. Kasi naiintindihan ko na hindi ko pala kaya i-control kahit ano. Hindi. Ayaw magtrabaho ng someone, wala akong magagawa. Kasi pinili niya yan. Ayaw ako i-text ng someone, di nila ako invite somewhere, sila yan. Wala na akong magagawa dyan. Somebody chose to write bad about me on these anonymous platforms, sila yan. Hindi ako yan eh. Story nila yan eh. Diba? My family member chose to not tell me kung ano man nangyayari sa kanila, sila yan eh. Wala akong magagawa dyan eh. Meron ako isang friend, humingi na advice sa akin, hindi nga rin naman susundin. Siya yan eh. Hindi ako yan eh. Diba? So, ano ba yung magagawa ko? Sa bandang huli, control myself. That's it. I can only control myself. I cannot control any of this. But sarili ko, pwede ko i-control. Hindi ako in-invite, pwede ko i-control lang doon is hindi ko sila i-text. Whatever. Di ako mag-engage. Meron na gumawa ng anonymous posts about me, to shame me, to destroy my reputation. Ano lang pwede kong gawin doon? Wala. Ano magagawa ko? Di ko naman kilala sino behind yan. Diba? Maapektuhan ba ako doon? Yes, maybe. I'm just a human being. May mga comments iiwan doon yung mga tao, oh, self-centered yan, ganito yan, mayabang yan, arrogant yan, blah, 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 blah. Di naman ako kilala niyan eh. Ang nakikita lang niyan, yung 10 seconds kong reels, 15 seconds kong reels, ano pa, 1 hour kong YouTube, di ba, o pinanood. Yun lang naman alam niya about sa akin eh. Maapektuhan ba ako doon? Hindi. Masisira ba ang income sa business ko? Hindi. Masisira ba ang relationship ko sa mga clients ko? Hindi. Hindi na ba ako makakabili na Chanel na bag? I'm gonna show you my new Chanel bag. It's so cute. I got it from Dubai. May mangyayari ba na hindi ko na ito mabibili? Hindi. Wala mangyayari. Wala. Hindi na ba ako makakapag-check-in sa Manila Pen? Hindi. Hindi na ba ako mahal na mama ko? Hindi. I mean, wala mangyayari. Love pa rin ako ng mama ko. Hindi na ba ako rip nun? Rip pa din ako. So, may sense ba yung sinasabi ko? Walang mangyayari sa akin eh. So, ang isang bagay na pwede kong gawin is to keep living my life. Because at the end of the day, it's not my obligation kung ano ang iniisip ng mga tao about me, about my life, about my business, about my ganito. Unless clients sila, unless may ambag sila, I am willing to have a conversation. I am willing to take the criticism. I am willing to take the feedback. But if these people, these things, situations, wala naman add anything sa akin, parang it's none of my business. Just like whatever yung nangyayari sa other side, wala na akong magagawa dun. Diba? Whatever they think of me, it's none of my business. And whatever I do, apparently, ginagawa nila business nila, na dapat, it should be none of their business as well. So, life works that way. We cannot control anything, especially people. If you are that type of person na gusto nyo lagi kinokontrol yung mga bagay-bagay, let it go. Let it go. Choose yourself. Choose emotional balance. Choose peace. There's so much peace in ignorance is bliss. I promise. Lately, nag-uninstall ako ng all the apps simula February. Tinanggal ko na yung mga apps ko noong nag-35 ako. I'm telling you, the peace I have right now, wala na yung parang mabigat sa ulo ko. Wala na yung parang brain fog na minsan nararamdaman ko. Wala na. I'm just living in the moment. Pag nag-check-in ako, kausap ko yung tao. Kapag nagpapavalley ako, kausap ko yung tao. Pag umuwi ako, kausap ko yung tao. As in, I've been living in the moment. And then yung recent life hack ko. Detachment is all about acceptance. You accept that there's nothing you can do. Instead, dun maglagay ng energy. Naiintindihan mo na yung energy na yun, dapat you-turn mo pabalik sa'yo. You get to improve your life. You get to focus on your own life, your own goals, nakatulog ka na maayos, nakapag-workout ka. Kasi you finally learn na hindi pala natin business yung business na ibang tao unless love natin sila. Unless we care about them. Unless we support them. And unfortunately, minsan, even we love them, even we support them, even we care sa mga taong to, they just don't want our help. They just don't want us to be part of their business. And that is accepting na wala na talaga tayong magagawa. You know? Like, keep accepting what's right in front of you. Start living in the reality and not in your head. When you live in your head, you torture yourself for the things na hindi naman nag-exist. But when you live in reality, parang sinabi ko sa isang friend ko the other day na parang, Hernan, lumabas ka sa situation na to, makikita mo yung reality. Don't be the character of this story. Sabi ko, ngayon kasi ikaw yung character niyan, kaya iba yung perspective mo. Sabi ko, lumabas ka para makita mo. That's how I handle life. Nilalabas ko yung sarili ko as a character doon sa story, and iba yung nilalagay ko. Sabi ko, oh my God, why am I even here? I don't want to be part of this. Ciao! So, naalala ko tong story na to. Before, meron ako na-meet na sobrang gwapong lalaki. Kala ko nilapitan ako ng Diyos. He was everything. Head to toe. Wala. As in, wala akong mabibintas sa kanya. Work, success, interest, travel, lahat, English, lahat. As in, sabi ko nga sa kanya na parang siya ang male version ko. So, ano nangyari? Ang dami yung babae. Alam ko babaero siya. Sabi ko, I cannot control that. I can't do anything about it. Sabi ko, wala akong magagawa. Kahit head to toe, everything pasado siya. Yun yung isang bagay hindi ko mababago. And hindi ako magpa-participate. Tapos sabihin ko, babaguhin ko siya. I honestly don't care. That's your life. Ikaw magbago sa sarili mo kung gusto mo. And kung ayaw magbago, I'm out. I don't want to be part of this. Ayoko. So alam niyo yun, it takes a lot of maturity to say that. Kasi kung ako yung aligaga dati, yung bata pa ako, hanggang sabi ko, oh my God, kinausap ako ng Diyos! Papakasalan ko na to, papabuntis na ako dito. But no. Sabi ko, parang Angeli, it's not worth it. Emotional balance and self-respect as always. Yung sa acceptance kasi, one of the hardest truths talaga ng buhay is no matter how much we love some people, how much care ipakita natin, wala di nila makikita yung value natin. Kasi iba yung lens nila sa buhay. Iba yung lens natin sa buhay. So if you are someone na nag-try kayo ng change ng tao, especially ng lalaki sa romantic relationships, hindi nyo sila mababago. Hindi nyo trabaho yan. Hindi naman kayo nanay niyan. Dapat nakafocus kayo sa buhay nyo and hindi sa ibang tao. Kasi kapag tinarayan nyo baguhin yan mga yan, kayo lang din yung magsasuffer. That's why you focus sa self nyo. You focus sa life nyo. Kasi doon yung ma-realize na hindi nyo naman pala obligasyon sa bandang huli baguhin yung isang tao. Lalo na yung mga tao ayaw naman magbago. And madami na ako na-encounter na ganito na family members namin na they never wanted to change. And I've always told my mom na hindi ako mag-participate dyan. Ayoko niyan. Honestly, for me, you cannot keep sacrificing your mental health for something or someone na constantly you feel small and hindi important. You constantly feel small and hindi important. Like, para saan pa? Parang, I don't think anything in this world nagmamatter more than ourselves. If hindi tayo happy, parang worth it ba? Honestly, ayoko gumawa ng anything in my life, even for a second, kung hindi ako nag-enjoy. Nung bata ako, yes, marami akong pinasok na ganyang scenarios. Ngayon na mature na ako, grown up na ako, no. I'm not gonna do anything na hindi ako nag-enjoy and feeling ko mapapagod ako emotionally. Kasi nga, going back again, reminder, emotional balance. Kasi kung wala tayong emotional balance, may imbalance lahat. Mental health natin, mental stability natin, emotional intelligence natin. Kaya nga, I continue talaga yung work ko sa paggawa ng podcast about emotional intelligence and mental health. Feeling ko kasi sobrang undervalued siya. Example, when we are happy sa sarili natin, we function better. We attract better. Naiintindihan na natin, ay, itong bagay na to, hindi to maganda para sa akin, so alis ako dyan. Itong taong to, medyo hindi kami vibe, hindi kami match, alis ako dyan. Itong platform na to, hindi ako happy dyan kasi hindi ko gusto yung mga tao na nakikita. So, hindi ko gusto yung mga tao na nakikita ko, so alis ako dyan. Example, sa Threads. I love using Threads, but na-realize ko na exhaust din ako doon ng sobra-sobra. Kaya tinanggal ko yung app sa phone ko. Kasi doon parang kahit ano sabihin mo, biglang lumalaki. Parang, thought ko lang yan Ba't parang lumaki na wala namang meaning for me? So, I chose to detach myself doon sa app na yon. And once in a while ko na lang ginagamit, I enjoy it, but it's also very exhausting. Again, emotional balance. So, I chose to protect my emotions, my mental health, because it was just not worth it for me. Parang hindi ko nagagets yung purpose ng pakikipagtalo, i-exhaust ko yung sarili ko sa mga tao di ko naman kilala. Strangers, di ko naman client yan, di ko naman friend yan. Parang, why? Diba? So, mga ganong tanong, feeling ko life-changing talaga for me yung I ask myself questions na the right questions. Kasi when you have the right questions, you have the right answers. Kaya pag ang tinatanong natin sa sarili natin is parang maling tanong, hindi talaga natin makukuha yung tamang answer. Parang today, meron akong isang ate na nakita. Sabi niya, open ka na mag-asawa. Alam niyo naman sa Philippines, ganyan yung mga conversations, diba? So sabi ko, never naman ako naging close. It's just, sabi ko, I have my own timeline. Hindi yan na-gets. Kasi syempre, magkaiba kami ng mundo ni ate. Sa kanya, 24, 25, dapat kasal ka na kasi huli na ang lahat. Tapos nagulat siya na 35 ako. And nakisakay lang ako sa conversation namin kasi alam ko naman na parang magkaiba naman kami ng ginagagalawan na world. Sabi niya, naku po, di ka na mag-aanak niya, ganyan. So I was just listening to her. I did not give any insights kasi nga naiintindihan ko, ganun yung culture sa Philippines. And honestly, useless makipagtalo sa ganyan. So ano ginawa ko sa scenario na yun? I did not try to control her, put my, alam niyo yun, emotions and maglagay ng effort dun sa conversation na yun. Nakinig lang ako. And apparently, sabi ko, ate, matutulog na ako kasi napapamasahe ako noon So, it was a good parang exposure for me. Kasi sa Europe, medyo hindi ko na-encounter yung mga ganyang usapan. Kaya pagbalik ko dito, pag tinatanong ako ng mga tao, ilang taong ka na? So, parang na-refresh yung brain ko na, oo nga, no? Kaya pala yung ibang tao, ganun mag-isip dito. Yung iba nakikita ko na sobrang pressured sila. Because ganun yung mundo kinagagalawan. But anyway, that's a topic for a different podcast. So what makes accepting hard? Overthinking scenarios. Paulit-ulit piniplay yung conversations, yung mga past things, yung mga tapos na. Ang daming klaseng attachment kung bakit nahihirapan yung mga tao mag-detach. Let's start with romantic. So kapag nakipag-break, paulit-ulit piniplay yung mga conversations or situationship na lang, parang paulit-ulit binabasa yung mga conversations. My strategy, If hindi nag-workout, instant, bura, ligwa, tapos na. Ayoko magbasa, ayoko mag-play na scenario, and automatic, dinodouble ko yung pagsa-self-care ko, dinodouble ko yung mga binibili ko, para malibang ako agad, makamove on ako. Para meron ako isang friend, kasama ko siya sa Pilates retreat na ginawa ko sa Malaga. And sobrang love niya yung boyfriend niya. Doon pa lang, parang bago pa lang sila, bumibili na siya ng daming gifts. Parang ako, nakikisama lang ako sa kanila. Sabi ko, go ahead, I'll go with you. So ngayon naghiwalay sila, nag-text siya sa akin kahapon na parang hiwalay na sila. Tapos, syempre iyak siya nag-iyak, pupuntahan niya daw ako sa Madrid, ganyan-ganyan. Sabi ko, yeah, go ahead, I'll tour you around, I'll take you dito, ganyan. Tapos, tinanong ko siya, sabi ko, what are you currently doing about this situation? Binabasa niya daw yung mga messages. Sabi ko, delete everything now. Sabi ko sa kanya, sorry, ganito talaga ako makipag-usap sa friends ko. Sabi ko, bitch, cry, but you need to move on fast. Sabi ko, nagiging attachment na yan. Sabi ko, it's not even the person. You were with him just for 3 months. It's a situation na nandyan ka right now. Yun ang nagpapasakit sa'yo. Kasi binabasa mo na, tingnan mo na, tingnan yung photos. Sabi ko, how do you plan to move on? If magbabasa ka na magbabasa ng mga scenarios. Kasi hinahanap niya saan siya nagkamali. And we do that a lot, including myself. So alam niyo, ginagawa ko ngayon, tinatapos ko na agad. Okay, tapos na to, bura agad. Either with employees, with the people na hindi ko nakasundo, sa romantic relationships, sa family, agad binubura ko. Ayoko na. So recently, last Feb, meron ako isang person na nakaalita na matagal ko nang kasama as in. And ang haba ng mga messages sa akin, I responded that I have so much to lose. Hindi ako nag-respond ng anything na gagamitin against me. Binura ko agad yung conversations. Sabi ko, I'm not the kind of person na gagamitin ko tong messages na to someday against that person. Sabi ko, I'm just gonna move on. So binura ko lahat ng messages namin and wala, I moved on. Wala na, tapos na. Kasi alam ko, wala namang purpose para itago pa yung mga messages na yun. I'm not that kind of person na nagkakalat, nagpapakita ng mga screenshots, no. I am way better than that. So, binura ko. So, that's my strategy to move on. Insta, bura. Ayoko na makakita ng anything, minumute ko, hindi ako nagbablock unless na lang talagang sobrang sama ng ginawa mo sa akin, ibablock kita kasi ayoko na talaga makita. So, that's how I move on from everything. Ayoko na makita, ayoko na mag-overthink. Because ano ba mapapala natin sa mag-overthink? Nothing. Babalik ba yan? Hindi. Makukuha ba natin yan? Hindi. Next is sa work. Example, pag nag-apply kayo sa work, di kayo natanggap. Huwag nyo nabasahin yung mga emails, huwag nyo nabasahin yung resume nyo. What went wrong? Just move on. Move on. The world is so big. There's so much space for all of us to thrive. You will find the right job. Trust me. You will find the right people. For example, last April, meron ako inasikaso na isang client. Hindi ko siya nakuha because sobrang daming, I don't know, concerns ng client na hindi naman relevant dun sa nangyayari. And I was like, you know what? If I lose this client, it's okay. Ano ba magagawa ko? Alam niyo ilang clients yung pumalit? Same destination? 14. From 2 to 14. Because the right people will find you. The right job will find you. But syempre, hindi yan basta-basta dumarating. You have to keep showing up for yourself. You have to keep believing in yourself. You have to keep doing the self-work. Darating yan sa inyo. That's why the art of detachment. Stop overthinking. Yung energy na yun, ilagay nyo sa sarili nyo, sa craft nyo. So, may kwento naman ako para sa sarili ko naman. So, a lot of people always ask me, sino competitor ko? And sagot ko is, I don't know. So, sa mind ko, they don't exist. I don't care about them. I'm so busy watering my own garden that I don't need to look at anybody else's garden. Because I don't really care. I honestly don't care. My first priority is to sharpen my business skills. That's it. And next, i-improve ko pa yung craft ko, yung quality control ko. Wala na akong pakialam sa iba. Because I don't care. May nabibigay ba value sa akin ang pag-overthink ko? Si ganito ginaya yung ganito product ko. Si ganito kinopia yung ganito ko. Si ganito may Icelanding. Si ganito may Target. Wala. It's nonsense. It's bullshit. And I don't want that in my life. My only focus is sharpen my skills, be a good businesswoman, do courses, filmmaking, storytelling, because that's one of my greatest talents. I'm very good sa pag-filmmaking and storytelling. So why do I need to look at somebody else? Wala naman akong dahilan. U-turn, reverse or U-turn, kung saan kayo magaling. Babalik ko yung energy na yun sa sarili ko. Hindi ko kailangan tumingin sa ibang tao. In fact, I had a very weird experience last February or January ata. Sabi sa akin ng isang tao, naiinis daw siya sa akin na parehas naman kami ng ginagawa. Bakit nag-thrive ako? And I was like, Hailey Bieber clap. I was like, I'm just focused on myself. And why are you focused on me? You should be focusing on yourself. Why you're giving me that energy? You don't even know me. You don't even know the amount of work I put on myself. Maybe, imbis na nilalagay mo yun sa akin, naiirita ka sa akin, baka kailangan mo yun ilagay sa self mo. You need it more than me. So next time, maka-encounter kayo ng mga tao na ganyan, you tell them, put that energy on yourself. I can manage myself. I have my own energy. I don't need someone else's energy. And if you wish to put that energy on me, the problem is with you, not with me. Right? My personal favorite thing about detachment is emotional maturity. Naintindihan ko na I don't need to engage sa mga tao or with mga tao to fight. Like, Parang my peace is so beautiful. It's my paradise. I will step back and walk away. I'm not gonna engage. I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna put my emotions, effort, time. No. Naintindihan ko na yan. The power pala is in reacting less, arguing less, saying less, and ciao, adios. I don't care. I don't want to, and I don't need to. And that's a privilege. Emotional privilege yun eh. Pinagtrabahuan mo yun, grabe, na ganun ka na. And ganun na ako right now. And I love it. Mas nakakairita pala kapag yung ayaw mo mag-participate, ayaw mo makipagtalo, ayaw mo mag-send ng mga habang paragraphs. Parang noted with things. I remember this person, and I will forever remember this person kasi sobrang bastos niya. Binastos niya isang employee ko. And sabi ko sa employee ko, I'll help you handle this client. Hindi pala namin siya client. I change. Hindi siya namin client. I change pala yung gusto ko sabihin. Etong taong to na nag-inquire, binastos na yung empleyado ko. Tapos tinawagan ko. Nakipag-usap ako na maayos. Sabi ko baka hindi naman siya ganun sa akin. Baka, alam niyo yun, minsan sa nationalities din or how we look, ganun yung ibang tao, di ba? Guys, bastos din siya sa akin. Tapos sinabi ko sa kanya, can we practice respect? So, bayaran na. Fast forward na. Ang daming dahilan. Binigyan ko ng deadline. Sabi ko, Thursday, we have to finalize this because if no, ika-cancel ko. Kasi syempre boundaries, emotional maturity. Just because you're gonna pay me doesn't mean you're gonna step on me. Doesn't mean I'm your slave. It doesn't mean binili mo na ako. Tinanong niya ako, you don't need money? Sabi ko, wala na to. This shit is going down. Sinagot ko, sabi ko, unfortunately, no. Sabi ko, I've reached a point in my life where I now work because I want to. Not because I need more money. Galit siya! Sabi ko, I'm sorry, I cannot participate in this anymore because it's just too much disrespect. Galit siya, binalak ko siya everywhere, nag-flat siya ng comments everywhere, nagsulat siya anonymously, and alam niyo gano'n siya ka-emotionally immature. Umalis siya, tinuloy niya yung trip niya. Pagdating niya doon, ako pa din ang iniisip niya. Nag-email siya sa akin ng photos niya. Parang ako, sir, have a good trip. Never ako nag-reply because I didn't have to. I did not have to engage. I did not have to fight for my name. I did not have to argue because to begin with, bastos na siya. And ayoko na makipagbastusan, makipagsabayan. I was just done. I just didn't want to engage in this kind of conversation and scenario. And that's emotional maturity. Kung bata pa ako niyan, yung mga 23, 24, sabi ko sa inyo, patulang ko talaga siya. But no, 35 na ako, matured na ako emotionally, and wala na. Nag-step back kami, binalak namin siya everywhere, and ciao! So ano yung naramdaman ko doon? Happy. Kasi nakatulog ako na maayos. Siya, habang nasa trip, inisip niya pa din ako. So, diba? Ganun ang kamandag ng isang Miss Angeli. So, ang dami ko natutunan doon. Protecting my energy. Lalo na sa business. Kasi sa personal life, konti lang talaga mga friends ko kasi na-build ko na yung life ko around kung sino yung gusto kong makasama sa family, ganyan. So, I protect my energy at all costs. Naintindihan ko na hindi ko kailangan bigyan lahat ng bagay ng energy. Kasi magagamit ko yun sa ibang bagay. And the more we sharpen that skill, underrated skill yan, the more magiging masaya tayo sa buhay. The more magiging detached tayo. Hindi na natin kailangan explain yung sarili natin. Hindi na natin kailangan magbigay ng mga nonsense na long paragraphs na hindi naman babasahin ng mga tao. Especially kapag na-made up na nila yung mind nila, na misunderstood na nila lahat about sa inyo. Just protect your energy because it's not worth it. Walking away is always an act of strength and not weakness. Our energy kasi is very limited and it shapes our mental health, emotional balance, and mental stability. Hindi naman ibig sabihin pag detached ka, hindi mo na love yung mga tao. It's just you don't want to love things, people, situations, and kung ano man without losing yourself. Kasi naiintindihan na natin na kapag wala pala yung sarili natin, nothing matters. When you don't have yourself, nothing will matter. Short term or long term. Wala na siyang silbi. Kasi parang aanin mo naman yung isang thing kung hindi mo naman, aanin mo naman yung isang thing kung wala naman yung self mo to enjoy it, right? For you to have, let's say, a bag. Yan. Kailangan, andyan yung self mo para enjoy yan Because if wala yung self mo to enjoy this thing, wala siyang halaga. Kasi wala. If wala kang purpose sa pagbili niyan, at nakuha mo lang siya, whatever, after a couple of days, wala na din yan. Kaya, is it worth it to have a thing or have a person, a relationship, a job, if you lost yourself through the process? I don't think so. Detachment teaches us balance. Loving without dependency. Kaya yung mga nagsasabi na, di naman gusto ng mga tayo mga independent women, di ako naniniwala. Because trust me, I've met the best of the best men and they wanted partnership. They did not want someone na nakadepende sa kanila. So you keep being yourself. If gusto nyo ng soft life, go ahead. If gusto nyo maging independent, go ahead. Because love is different for everyone. But you should never be dependent on anybody pagdating sa love. Love should be a paradise. Hindi like a jail na kadepende tayo sa someone. Though naintindihan ko rin yung ibang tao, kailangan talaga magdepende. But if you have the choice, don't get attached to anybody, especially sa love. Caring without desperation. Dapat nakikare tayo sa mga bagay, sa mga tao because we want to. Not because desperada tayo, takot tayo. No. Because when we care at the cost of ourselves, I don't think worth it siya. Dapat we care because we want to. And kapag yung care naging ganun na, desperada ka or desperado ka, parang siyang cage. And lastly, supporting people without having to abandon ourselves. Kasi bakit mo naman susuportahan yung ibang tao kung di mo naman pala kaya? I get to hear a lot of stories, especially from breadwinners. And sila yung mga tao, meron sobrang special place sa heart ko because grabing sacrifice nun. Yung hindi ka nakapagtapos ng pag-aaral para paaralin mo yung kapatid mo. Breadwinners will be always my heroes because as the eldest child, never going to experience. And every time nakakarinig ako noon, I feel so much love for these people. And yung respect ko sa mga breadwinners is next level. Kasi yun yung isang responsibility na dapat di mo naman ginawa, pero kinuha mo at a really young age. For me, real love, care, and support, dapat nag-add siya ng calmness, hindi yung constant confusion and anxiety. No. One of the hardest things people really struggle, including myself sometimes, letting go of closure. Detachment teaches us na we give ourselves the apology or the explanation because sometimes we are not going to get it from people. No, people are not going to give it to us. Tayo magbibigay niya sa sarili natin because we finally learned the art of choosing ourselves na kahit hindi ibigay sa atin ng ibang tao, we give ourselves what we deserve. Because people will give us who they are, we give to ourselves who we are. Not every ending kasi comes with a closure. explanation or apology. Some comes with confusion, pain, hurt, and kung ano-ano pa. Sometimes, bigla na lang sila mawawala. Ghosting. And yun yung pinakamasakit. Kapag hindi natin nakukuha yung finishing, yun yung pinakamasakit pag hindi natin nakukuha yung finisher. But life works that way. As I always say, good people, good situations, good things, good opportunities are on the way. We still have to experience all those things. Hindi pa katapusan ng mundo. If somebody nag-hurt sa atin, umalis, na hindi nagbigay ng explanation or apology, don't worry. I wish for all of us to find the right friends, right people, right bosses, right employees, right employers, and kung ano-ano pa. Because I really believe in the goodness of this world. Yes, maraming pangit and marami din naman magaganda. Once we start to detach and we master this skill, peace comes after. Life starts to feel lighter and we are finally happy. Yun pala, tayo din yung nagbibigay ng problema sa sarili natin. Tayo din yung nagpapabigat ng ulo natin sa mga bagay-bagay. Kasi we try to control. When we let go of control, we finally start flowing again. And the moment lahat understand na natin itong mga bagay na to, yung awareness natin ang sharp na nakikita na natin agad kapag tayo lang yung nag-try, nakikita na natin kapag hindi tayo value, nakikita na natin kapag nagsistep yung mga tao sa boundaries natin, and we are no longer afraid na mag-step back and sometimes mag-walk away, or sa mga ibang scenarios, kakausapin na natin yung mga tao. Recently, nagkaroon ako ng isang situation sa isang employee ko. Parang ginawa niyang testing ground yung access. Kasi corporate girl siya. Then, nag-shift siya ng remote work. Tapos, di niya pala kaya. Then, bumalik siya sa corporate work. So, I was really offended and I was really hurt. And sinabi ko na parang next time, you don't make other people's businesses as your testing ground, because I also get hurt because this is my baby. And we gave you our confidence, our trust, tapos naging ganito lang. And I feel very sad about it. Napag-usapan namin siya, hindi kami nag-burn ng bridge, and nasabi ko lahat ng maayos, and we're still okay. And we're gonna end our thing together dun sa work. Okay, hindi namin kailangan mag-away. Yun lang, I had to say everything because I really felt na gumawa siya ng wrong sa akin. Having this kind of awareness will still be painful, but it's gonna be very powerful. And hindi ka natakot finally sabihin and raise yung voice mo and mag-speak up kapag gumawa ng mga mali yung tao sa mga paligid mo sa'yo. And we finally start attracting things that we deserve, relationships, jobs, opportunities, kasi alam na natin ano yung gusto natin i-tolerate and ano yung kailangan natin mag-speak up. Not at the cost of our emotional balance and mental stability. And of course, mental health as well. At some point, lahat tayo ma-realize natin na holding on so tight to people, wrong opportunities, wrong situations, wrong things na hindi naman mahalaga sa buhay natin will cause us so much pain. Kaya, ito yung isang skill na sana matutunan natin as early as possible para magamit natin in the long run. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching and listening. If you are not yet following my podcast, Life in Progress on Spotify, please also don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel here. Let's connect on socials, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and TikTok, Angeli Dub. That's all for today, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!